Hey everybody, it's Mama M. This is week number 10. I can't believe we've been doing this for 10 weeks already. Today is going to be another one of those weird videos where I just come up with something to talk about and you just watch it and deal with it. I'm kidding, come back, don't leave. So I have this frame of reference that I use called the Nutbar scale, and it actually comes from the first Wayne's World movie back in the day. There's one point where Garth looks at, I believe, one of the record producers or security guards or something, and he says, when did you become a nut bar? And it was just so funny to me, and it happens to be one of my all-time favorite movies, and so I have the Nutbar scale. Allow me to explain. Mounds, no nuts. Mounds would be the bottom of the Nutbar scale. Almond Joy, a little bit nutty. It's got 2 almonds in it. Okay? Payday, full top of the spectrum. That is nothing but nuts. You might as well be one of those little 50-cent packages of straight peanuts. You're out of your mind if you hit the Payday on the Nutbar scale. Most days I'd consider myself a Snickers bar. I'm pretty nutty, but I've got other stuff to make up for it. And while we're on the subject of nut bars, ladies, we need to talk. I was just having this discussion last night with my husband in the car. I've said it my whole life, and I continue to stand by it. All women are crazy. It's just to what extent. I love my clients. I really, really do. I love the emails I get. I love trying to help you through your problems. I love giving you the best advice I think, that I can give you. I'm a little bit worried about the fact that there seems to be this epidemic right now of women feeling like they have to be in a relationship in order to be a full person. What's going on, ladies? A lot of my client base ranges from about age 30 to age 55. And, many people right now, it seems like, are fresh out of long-term relationships or fresh out of a divorce. And it's like you forget that you don't have to be in a relationship to define yourself as a person. It's okay to be single for a little while. It's okay to have fun with your friends and your kids and just kick back and learn about who you are again. It's really important to know who you are and what you want before you can even jump into a relationship. And then you need to examine what went wrong in your previous relationships before you can make a new one really work. I know the last thing anybody wants to do is sit and reflect some more on the damages of their past relationships. But until you identify what exactly went wrong and what you don't want in the next relationship, you really aren't going to be healthy enough to move forward. So was somebody clingy? Were you clingy? Are you one of those people who has to know what the other person is thinking every 2 seconds? Do you have to have constant reassurance that that person is still interested in you and still loves you? I mean, what's going on? You have to identify those problems so that you can be a better person in the next relationship. And so you see the red flags popping up in the dating part of the relationship before you enter the long term. So I guess what I'm saying is you need to make your own nut bar scale. You need to figure out where you stand on it and if it's too high ranking. And then make some changes. You don't have to know what's going on with the partner every single minute of the day. That's called trust. If you have trust issues, you need to work on them together through communication. You can't just assume that because your last boyfriend or husband cheated on you that this one is doing the same. Don't take the sins of the past relationships and apply them to the current one. Or don't punish the current man for the previous man's sins, if that makes better sense. And of course that works vice versa. Some guys are super clingy, just, what are you thinking about? Do you still love me? I bought you flowers today, made you dinner again. Like, back off, dude. You're getting a little too weird for me. The best advice I can give you is wherever you rank on the nut bar scale, if you're comfortable with that ranking and you don't feel like you're too high or too low, because there is such thing as too low. That's just bland. You got to have a little nutty in your repertoire. Then find somebody who is close to ranking with you. You can't have a Mounds and a Payday together. You got to be closer on the scale if you're going to make it work. Otherwise, one person is always going to be embarrassed by the other one. And my husband's like right around an Almond Joy, and like I said, I'm a Snickers, so we have a pretty big gap there. But I think over the years he's become a little nuttier and ranked a little bit higher on the scale to where we don't get embarrassed by each other as much as we probably should. And, that's what harmony and balance is like in a relationship. It hasn't always been this way. We've had our fair share of struggles, trust me. But in order to laugh together, we have to be like at least close to equally crazy. So there you have it. That is my advice for relationships, dating, marriage, communication, all that good stuff as applied to the Nutbar scale, which is made by me. That is the craziest I can manage to get myself for this week, and I gotta run. So I will see you all next week. I look forward to your questions, topic ideas, and comments. The links are below. Have a good one.